Sawasdee. Good afternoon, distinguished global audiences in YouTube. We are very pleased to welcome all of you to the webinar on circular economy and Waste Hero success story for secondary education today. My name is Thanapon Kantawichai. You know me as Kevin. I am a curriculum development officer from SEAMEO SEPS based in Bangkok, Thailand, and I am pleased to be your host for today's webinar. SEAMEO Regional Center for Sufficiency Economy Philosophy for Sustainability, or SEAMEO SEPS, and Indorama Ventures are delighted to organize this webinar to showcase and share best practices of waste management programs organized in 2023. Before we start the session, I would like to briefly inform you about today's agenda. We will start with the welcome message by our Center Director, Ms. Duriya Amatawiwat, and followed by session 1, Waste Hero Best Practice in Schools. And next session for the second one will be the Waste Hero Best Practice in Classroom, and followed by the third session, Waste Hero Best Practice in by students. And after the 3 sessions, there will be the presentation on circular economy and Waste Hero education resources, and there will be the closing afterwards. So to start the program, may I take this opportunity to invite Ms. Duriya Amatawiwat, the Center Director of SEAMEO SEPS, for a welcome message, and her remarks will be delivered by Elizabeth So, otherwise known as Libby, one of our SEAMEO SEPS team. May I invite Libby to the virtual stage?
Good afternoon from Thailand, and welcome to all our Waste Hero presenters, practitioners and potential practitioners, and to the SEAMEO SEPS partners, colleagues and friends. SEAMEO SEPS is very pleased that so many of you have been able to join us for today's webinar on circular economy and Waste Hero success stories in Southeast Asia. At last count, I believe about 6,500 people have registered to view the webinar live or catch up later on YouTube. So that's a big response. The SEAMEO SEPS Center Director, Duriya Amatawiwat, sends her apologies to you all. She's unable to join us today, unfortunately. But as one of the SEPS team, please allow me to deliver a few remarks on her behalf. So to begin with, the 2 webinars this week capture nicely what has been happening over this very successful 9-month collaboration between SEAMEO SEPS and Indorama Ventures under a project known as the Waste Hero Development Co-Campaign. Officially launched back in May 2023, the impact of this initiative has been far-reaching. To give you an indication, the project has engaged over 1,500 educational institutions in Southeast Asia. 1,797 Southeast Asian teachers have been trained as Waste Hero Master Teachers. Over 115,100 students have gained Waste Hero knowledge from these Master Teachers. The Master Teachers, in turn, have trained a further 22,300 teachers and community members. And 18 regional and national organizations have been involved as supporting partners, project contributors, and resource persons. These numbers clearly show that the chosen theme is one that schools, school principals, teachers, and students from across the region have taken very much to heart. Over the past 9 months, they have thrown themselves enthusiastically into the various activities and jumped at opportunities to join awareness-raising webinars, participate in master teacher training sessions, and showcase their ideas, skills, and activities in the recently completed Waste Hero Awards. They also continue to benefit from the education resources that have been created, comprising 19 free activity-based lessons and workshops suitable for kindergarten and university level. They are available on the SEAMEO SEPS website and on the Waste Hero website as well. I think the links will be provided later. By hosting the 2 webinars this week, SEAMEO SEPS recognises all those who have participated in the Waste Hero Development Co-campaign. But in particular, we honour the prize winners from the Waste Hero Awards, who have generated a wide range of practical ideas in fostering the circular economy. We are very pleased to provide a platform to highlight their achievements, which I'm sure will serve as inspiration and motivation for others in the region and beyond. For anyone joining us for the first time, may I briefly explain a little about SEAMEO SEPS. SEAMEO stands for the Southeast Asia Ministers of Education Organization, and SEPS for Sufficiency Economy Philosophy for Sustainability. Our centre, which is hosted by the Thai government, is one of the youngest of the SEAMEO family of 26 regional centres. Our mandate is to promote the sufficiency economy philosophy of the late King Bhumibol Adulyadej as an effective means to achieve sustainable development. The SEAMEO SEPS family believe in the value of SEP as a way to improve the world we live in and ensure fairer outcomes for everyone on the planet. We believe that the SEP mindset is unique and is a genuinely human-centered philosophy that offers more than just hope, but also practical guidance on how to find lasting solutions to the challenges the world faces. We recognize young people as having the capacity, creativity, and willingness to engage on local, regional, and global concerns in many different ways in a continuous and relevant manner. SEP can enhance our resilience and help us to prepare to face unforeseen events and challenges. Its core principles of moderation, reasonableness, and prudence lay the foundations for leading more meaningful and happy lives in harmony with our fellow human beings on this planet and with nature. We are therefore pleased that this way of thinking and living is clearly reflected in the activities presented in the Waste Hero Development Co-campaign, and are hopeful that this undertaking can contribute to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, sorry about that, across the region. Before we begin the 7 webinars, and on behalf of the SEAMEO SEPS team, I would like to thank all the partners who have supported us in this venture, including UNESCO Multi-Sectoral Regional Office, UNUS Thailand Foundation, Southeast Asia One Health University Network, Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization Secretariat, SEAMEO Regional Open Learning Center in Indonesia, SEAMEO Regional Center for Technical Education Development in Cambodia, SEAMEO Regional Center for Education in Science and Mathematics in Malaysia, and the SEAMEO Regional Training Center in Vietnam. So without further ado, I'd say thank you for being with us today, and I will leave you now in the capable hands of the MC for today's webinar, my colleague from SEAMEO SEPS, Mr. Kevin.
Thank you very much for your inspiring, Libby, for your inspiring welcome message representing Ms. Durya Amatawiwat. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, way to learn how they practice and success in that story. Shall we start the first session? And may I take this opportunity to invite our moderator, Ms. Pavini Sethi. She is our Education and Youth Engagement Lead from the UNUS Thailand Foundation. And Pavini, are you ready? The floor is yours.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Can everyone hear me okay? Wonderful. Hi, everyone. I'm Pavini, and I'm the Education and Youth Engagement Lead at UNUS Thailand, as Mr. Kevin has kindly introduced. And I'm very excited and happy to be moderating this session where we are going to be hearing some of the success stories of schools' waste management programs and activities. And before I dive into it and introduce our incredible panelist here, I just want to contextualize why this is so important. So schools are community centers. They're at the center of our communities, and they're really the shapers of the future generation. So the values that we instill in students at school is going to determine what the future of our planet looks like. And in a world where we're flooding in waste, we're finding microplastics at the very scale of our, in our bloods and all the way in Antarctica. It's more incredibly important now than ever that we instill and equip our students to be zero waste citizens that use entrepreneurship and that use innovation to drive circular solutions. So we had an incredible number of schools apply and showcase their waste management practices, all of which were incredibly inspiring. But today in this panel session, we're going to be hearing the winners of the Waste Hero Secondary School category, who have really gone above and beyond in their initiatives to embed waste management education and experiential learning experience in the fabric of their school. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our first speaker of this panel discussion, which is the first place winner of the Waste Hero School Secondary category, and that is Mr. Lee Ken Boon, who is the school principal of St. Patrick's Secondary School in Malaysia. So I pass on the floor to you, Mr. Lee, to share a bit about your initiatives that you implemented and how we can take some lessons from that and apply it on a wider scale. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pavani. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon to all of you. Let me share the PowerPoint first. Okay, this afternoon, I'm going to share with you about our school, St. Patrick's Secondary School 7 Greens program for the purpose of zero waste management towards living a sustainable life in school. This is our green school with 1,408 students with 75 teachers now. And with the school motto, St. Patrick's Secondary School, different every day. We are implementing this 7 Greens program based on the school environment action plan, which is the strategic planning, 5-year strategic planning. With the vision, SM St. Patrick is committed to sustaining quality environmental educations. So this is our 7 Greens program with green corridor, green sustainable corner, green games, green recycling products, green technology exhibitions, green compost making, and green reuse. So we are applying these 7 strategies to implement this 7 Greens program. So strategy number 1 is to establish the Green Corridor project. For your information, Green Corridor in our school is a school walkway with 110 meters long. So you may see the Green Corridor, our school Green Corridors, with different zones. For example, like recycle zone, we have water zone, and this green corridor actually is equipped with this waste management knowledge, such as the environmental slogans about the plastic usage, which will display around our school green corridors. Okay, you may see the student, they are sitting along this green corridor to learn something about the waste management knowledge. These are the notice board. And let's come to the second strategy, creating the sustainable corner in the classroom. So every year we will have the students and the teachers together to create the sustainable corner in our classroom. Every classroom we have this green corner. Okay, these are some of the examples being displayed. Strategy number 3 is to organize the green games activities. So the purpose of organizing these green games activity is to let the student practice paper waste management. So the student will use the recycling materials, especially the papers waste, to come out with the games products. These are the games products being created by our students. Strategy number 4 is to let the student or the school communities to practice plastic waste management through various innovations of plastic waste projects. So this is the plastic waste innovation product exhibition being held last year on 22nd July 2023. So you may see some of the students' products by using the plastic waste. Okay, this is the innovation in our staff room by our teachers, and this is an innovation in our science lab, which is using the plastic bottle to come out with the flower pots. And this is an innovation at our school canteens. The students are using the plastic bottle to make the rubbish bin. And this is another innovation by our sports science teachers and students. They are using the plastic bottle and the plastic bags to make the teaching aid, which is named as a respiratory system. And this is another innovation at our school office by our school clerk. Okay, EcoBreeze project. Okay, next is strategy number 5 is to have a green technology exhibition. We have this exhibition every year for our students from the students from grade 7 until grade 11. So every year, all our students will be participating in this exhibition. So these are some of the green technology products being created by our students. Okay, this exhibition is held last year. Okay, the sixth strategy is to have compost making activities. So the purpose of this activity is to practice for the student to practice the food waste management. So the student can get the food waste from the canteen, the school canteen, and then they will learn how to do the compost making at the school compost stations. Okay, this is the activities in 2022. Okay, the last strategy is to apply the green reuse concept among our school communities, especially our students. And this is an innovation done by our school counselor together with the students to make the tables and the chairs using the plastic bottles. And this is another view of school counseling green corner. Okay, this is the reuse and creative corner nearby our school hall. They are using plastic bottle and the used toilet bowls to decorate this corner. Okay, this is the project done by our students using the they are reusing the materials. So for the classroom teaching and learning, in fact, this is the wrapping techniques in the sport science subject. Okay. Okay, so to see the impacts of our students from these 7 greens programs. Let's watch and enjoy our video clips. Thank you.
Welcome to our school's journey towards becoming zero waste heroes. Today, we will take you through the various waste management initiatives we've undertaken based on our school environmental management plan.
If you want to see your dream come true, then you must learn how to develop the leaders around you.
Here's our school's 7 Greens program. Green Corridor. As you stroll down our 110-meter school walkway, you'll find a reuse and creative corner, school recycling station, and waste management knowledge. Here, we transform materials like coconut fiber, planks, and plastic bottles into stunning flower pots. Green Sustainable Corner. Inside our classrooms, we teach and learn about waste management through plastic, sustainability, and new model. We believe in using waste materials to beautify our surroundings. Green Games. Our students have created games using recycled materials like marble mazes, arcade games, and classic games like Pac-Man. Through paper waste management practice, waste can be transformed into interesting games and activities. Green Recycling Products. We host a plastic waste innovation competition and showcase creative plastic waste products. It's a hands-on approach to plastic waste management. The Green Technology Exhibition showcases the limitless possibilities of waste management. Our students have harnessed their creativity to solve real-world problems. Green Compost Making. We're serious about food waste management. Our school canteen waste is transformed into rich compost. We even make our own enzymes using rice water, turning waste into a valuable resource. Green Reuse. Our school counselors have ingeniously transformed their space into a sustainable counseling corner. In our green canteen, we creatively repurpose waste oil bottles to craft flower pots. We use plastic bottles to create innovative recycling bins, build eco-bricks, and even repurposed shuttlecocks. Our sports science teacher gets creative ideas by using waste materials to demonstrate injury wrapping techniques during classroom teaching.
Waste isn't a waste until we waste.
We should protect our earth.
How can we contribute to a more sustainable and equitable world?
Stop pollution is the best solution.
Go green, there is no planet B.
I'm aware of plastic pollution.
Cycle today for a better tomorrow.
Say no to a plastic bag now.
Learn how to communicate.
We gain practical knowledge about science, ecology, and sustainability.
The key to a greener planet is in your hands.
Small changes create big impacts. Our Go Green journey starts here at school, shaping the next generation to lead sustainable lives. Our Go Green journey. Love our nature, love our rainforest, save our wildlife, save or plants.
Thank you for watching. That's all from me.
Wonderful. I am going to give a little online round of applause because it's truly amazing to see just how comprehensive your program is. Just to highlight a couple of things that really stood out to me in how you integrated, you know, sustainability and environmental education, circular economy education into every corner of your school, from the corridors, the corner of the classroom to the counseling centers, which is incredibly impressive. I also really liked how you made it fun and creative through gamifications, competitions to get students excited about it, because it's really important. We need to make recycling fun to do in order for it to be sustainable. And I really liked how you involved all different sorts of stakeholders in the process, from the students, but also teachers and school clerks into the programs as well. So a big round of applause to you. I think there's a lot of lessons that all of us here watching can learn from your initiatives. And thank you so much for sharing. So we will now move on to the second place winner for this category, which is Goa Science High School in the Philippines. And for this, we will have Ms. Rosemary R. Mirana to present the initiatives that she has implemented in her school. So Ms. Rosemary, the floor is yours.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I am extremely elated to join the International Waste Hero webinar, where global leaders, innovators, and change makers unite to address the challenges of waste management. Today, I am excited to learn from the brilliant sharing of the best practices and success stories of transforming waste into opportunities. I believe that we have one goal, and that is to foster sustainable and resilient future, celebrating those who champion environmental stewardship and inspire others to become true waste heroes. And this afternoon, I am happy to be given the chance to present to you the best practices of Goa Science High School. May I request one? Okay, so let me bring you the green dreams and golden achievements of Goa Science High School. Next, please. Okay, Res Ipsa Loquitur. The thing speaks for itself. So Goa Science High School is gifted with the natural beauty of environment. So you can see there our students being trained for disaster risk reduction and management. So this is Goa Science High School, situated in Goa, Camarines Sur, Philippines. The Goa Science High School only started its operation in this site on 2017. So we are just 4 years operating in this location. Okay, so next, you can see the aerial beauty of the natural beauty of Goa Science High School. So the challenge for us is on how to maintain the cleanliness and the natural beauty of Goa Science High School. The school is not just a learning school, but also a tourist destination for everyone. And the students, our students, find comfort in this school because of its natural beauty. So it is situated at the foot of Mount Isarog. So we're breathing fresh air. So the challenge is for us to maintain the clean and green environment of the school. Next, please. Okay, these are only some of the parts of Goa Science High School. The first picture is our clean and green and beautiful pathwalk. And second is, because most of our students are Roman Catholic, so we have there the grotto. Next, everywhere is green. And we have the green journey for our students. So we are training our students to maintain the cleanliness of the school. They are cleaning the grounds. So because of the beauty, the natural beauty of the school is also a habitat for some birds and some of our pet animals here. Next, please. Okay, so we also have the tree planting activity. So we were helped by our local government unit. We were provided with the mahogany species of the tree, and we planted that around the school campus to continuously provide us with the fresh air. So these are our teachers, our students, and some of our stakeholders from the community joining us in our tree planting program. Next, please. Okay, so we also have the proper waste segregation and treatment disposal program. So the objectives of this program, of course, is to provide a pollution-free learning environment. And second is to protect the health and sanitation of the school community, given the fact that we were visited and devastated by the pandemic. Then we have to strengthen discipline and train the learners to become responsible citizens. So this is the great challenge for not only for Goa Science High School, but for every school and for every community. Next, please. So we have waste management. So one, the proper waste segregation and disposal. So we have 4 trash bins in every classroom. 1 trash bin is for biodegradable. Second is for non-biodegradable. We also have the recyclables. We also have the infectious bin, and we have compost pit for biodegradable. And we also have the refuse house where all the collected waste are being deposited in this. Then we have the material recovery facility. I am happy to share to you that one group of our students was able to innovate and invent a waste segregating machine in which we sent that as our entry to international research competition, and we won silver in that competition because of that waste segregation machine. So we also have the Zero Plastic Waste Project. In our school, we do not encourage our students, and we do not allow our students to bring bottled drinks. So we encourage them to have their own tumblers. So that's why we do not have bottles here to be recycled. Next, please. So our trash bins are being labeled yellow for infectious waste. We also have the green for biodegradable. We also have the red for non-biodegradable and the blue for recyclables for our students to easily notice the trash bins. Next, please. So this is our refuse house. As I've said, all the collected waste recyclables are being deposited here. We also have the compost pit for the biodegradable. We also have the MRF, the material recovery for the recyclables, and we have the 4 trash bins labeled as I have said a while ago. Next, please. And we have the strong support from our local government unit and other stakeholders. So every time we are conducting symposiums, seminars, and training for our students on ecological solid waste management. So this is one of the trainings conducted in our school through the help of our engineer who is in charge of the ecological solid waste management in the locality or municipality of Goa. So our students were trained on how to properly manage the waste and waste disposal. Next, please. And we also have the Zero Plastic Waste Project. As I have said a while ago, we don't have plastics here in our school. because we do not encourage our students and we do not permit them to bring drinks, bottled drinks. So we have our own canteen. So instead of using plastic, we are encouraging them to use papers and leaves, banana leaves for wrapping the food. And we are encouraging them to bring their own tumblers. Next, please. And we also have the monthly evaluation for the best learning hub. Okay, so the activity aims to comply to DepEd Order number 10, series of 2016 of the Department of Education of the Philippines on proper classroom structuring. So we do promote minimalist classroom. So we ensure that only 70% of the classroom are structured. And we create a learning environment that promotes positive, positive discipline. So these are, and we maintain a learning environment that is clean and safe for our clients. Next, please. So these are the pictures for the search for the best learning hub. So we give awards to the top 5 winners for the search for the best learning hub. This is being conducted monthly. Next, please. And we also have the WINS, or the Was in School. It aims to promote proper hygiene and sanitation among learners and a clean school environment. This is also in compliance with the DepEd program. So the Division of Camarines-Sur is conducting evaluation to ensure that that every school is in compliance with the program. And then because of our programs and projects that promote clean environment, and we also sent entry here for zero waste competition, and luckily we won and we were given the award. And we are considering this as our golden achievement. So these are the 3 stars awardees in WINS. So meaning when you receive 3-star award, meaning you exemplify the program of the Department of Education on Was in School program. Next, please. Okay, and we celebrated the award we received from the SEAMEO Waste. So we were given the recognition by the Department of Education, Division of Camarines-Sur. And to end this, may I share this to you: embracing a clean and green program in school not only nurtures the environment, but also cultivates a culture of responsibility, shaping conscious minds for sustainable future. Thank you and good day.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rosa Marie, for that comprehensive presentation and showing the incredible initiatives you're running in your school. Very well-deserved winning of this second place. And again, I love how the school really looked at how they could use the school grounds as an opportunity to educate youth and engaging them in planting activities and creating this green space. It was also really impressive to see how you embedded waste management in the school policy and then linked that to infrastructure, like the 4 different bins for waste segregation, and also how you engage in training, but also evaluated the effectiveness of that and the learning hubs and such. So these are incredible initiatives, and I'm sure there's a lot that other members of educational institutions can learn from you here today. Thank you so much. And just moving on to our last presentation, which was meant to be by Professor Kimon C. Kilat at Silliman University Senior High School in the Philippines, but unfortunately he's not able to join us live today, but has prepared a video to showcase some of their initiatives. They came 3rd place in this category, so I will please ask Kevin to play the video for this presentation. Thank you.
Silliman University, a place where every corner tells a story of dedication, growth, and excellence. But beyond our classrooms, our school has fostered a revolution against waste. Our story is a passionate call for environmental responsibility, directly tackling waste challenges often faced by big institutions. And this all began with a move in the right direction, the bold step to reinforce policies and firmly ban plastics in campus. This is the Silliman University Waste Management Success Story.
Here at Silliman University, we take a role as stewards of God's creation seriously. Thus, it was imperative for us to develop environment principles, policies, and guidelines.
Silliman University has published, after approval of the Board of Trustees, its guidelines, principles, and policies on environmental sustainability. And zero waste plastic, or a plastic ban, is part of that.
Taking care of the environment is not an easy task. It requires passion, commitment, resilience, and initiative. Change does not happen overnight, so we can only do so much. In Silliman University, students are expected to go beyond what's expected. And so, for every event that they organize, they are required to submit protocols and zero waste management plan before their events are given approval.
At Silliman University, our education transcends textbooks.
At Silliman, this isn't just a bag, it's a stance against disposable culture.
We're taught to be stewards of the earth. Every reusable bottle, every cloth bag, and every sustainable choice we make stems from a profound lesson that our actions, however small, shape our future.
So Silliman University as an educational institution is in a very unique position to be able to teach the students from early childhood all the way up to college these environmental principles to help them rethink their lifestyles and their consumption patterns to choose products that are kinder to the environment.
Silliman University operates a materials recovery facility wherein the Buildings and Grounds Department segregates the waste materials into 3 categories: recyclables, biodegradables, and residuals. The recyclable materials are processed and retained in the facility. Meanwhile, the residuals are collected by the Environmental and Natural Resources Office of Dumaguete and are deposited to the Bayawan City landfill.
Silliman University is living proof that our commitment is not only to education but also to protecting our planet and to our community. These principles, policies, and guidelines that our university has outlined, they are not only a set of rules and policies, they are a promise to our youth and to our planet. A promise that we should take care of our natural resources, our flora and our fauna here in our university as well. With this, we are encouraging the youth to take action and inflict positive change with regards to the different environmental pressing issues in our society today.
Our school is not only committing to a greener tomorrow, but also building a culture where environment is a priority. Through simple and collective actions, we strive for a greener, cleaner future for all, and most importantly, a hopeful today.
These are Silliman's ways of not only protecting our world, but also making it a better place. Here's to a responsible environmental behavior.
Wonderful. Well, it's unfortunate that Professor Kimon couldn't join us here today. That was an incredible video. It felt like I was watching a movie, very, very high quality production. And again, very impressive how Silliman University Senior High School has integrated waste management in their policy, showing it's really a priority. And of course, having the infrastructure like the material recovery facility in there as well, and how they've embedded education on this from early childhood all the way to college level. And it's really impressive how they not only taught this as a subject for grades, but rather to instill values and change the culture and mindsets of the student towards being responsible citizens, responsible zero waste citizens for a better future. So unfortunately, we have gone a bit beyond time with the presentations, but there was so much incredible wisdom and knowledge and lessons to be learned from the presenters here. So we do not have time to go through the Q&A, but hopefully everyone took away something valuable from this presentation. I surely did. And let's keep working together to make sure our schools are equipping the next generation to be zero waste, circular citizens. Thank you very much. I'll pass the floor back to Kevin to continue the session.
Thank you, Pavini, for your great moderation. And thank you, everyone, for sharing. In the first session, we learned a lot from you. For the next session, with Hero Best Practice in Classroom, may I invite Miss Aline Amanda. She is a marketing and PR manager from the SEAMEO Regional Open Learning Center, or SEAMEO Simolek, in Indonesia. Miss Aline, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready,
Yes,
Kevin.
the floor is your mom.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Southeast Asian Waste Hero Awards webinar, session 2, focusing on circular economy and waste hero success stories for secondary education in Southeast Asia. My name is Aline Almanda. I'm from SEAMEO Simolek, Jakarta, and you can call me Aline. I'm honored to be the moderator for today's session. So today's webinar is a celebration of innovation and dedication towards sustainable waste management. We have a fantastic lineup of speakers who will be sharing their waste hero success stories. There are 2 speakers from the Philippines and 1 from Vietnam. So they are the winner of Southeast Asian Waste Hero Awards for teacher category of secondary schools. Congratulations, first of all, for all the speakers. So our objective for today's session are to showcase the outstanding practices in waste management at the secondary education level, empower educators with practical resources, and promote the exchange of ideas for a more sustainable future. Let's meet our esteemed speakers here. As you can see on the screen, there are 3 of them and who have demonstrated exceptional commitment to waste management in their classrooms. All 3 ladies, yeah, interesting. So all speakers will have 10 minutes of time to present their best practices stories. And at the end of the presentations, we will allow a question and answer session if possible, if we still have time. And make sure to drop your questions in the link provided at the comment section in YouTube, in SEAMEO SEPS YouTube account. Or you can as well scan the QR code provided in this slide. So I will read the selected question later to the speakers. Now let's dive into the incredible world of waste hero best practice in classroom. Let me introduce our first speaker, Ms. Divina Gripon Garcia from Naguilian National High School in La Union, Philippines. She is a passionate science teacher who will share with us her waste hero best practices in classroom entitled Crafting Creativity, Turning Trash into Treasure Through Recycling. Ms. Divina Garcia, you may have the floor, please.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone. Or I think it's safe for me to greet you all with good day, since I don't know if we're advanced here or we're late in time. But before I start my discussion or sharing of my best practices in the classroom here in the Philippines that promote sustainability among my students and raise awareness among my students, so let me introduce myself first. Wait. I have like the technical. Okay, so again, I am Ma'am Divina Garcia. I am a science teacher 3 here in the Philippines, and I've been teaching science for almost 6 years, particularly elective subjects under the program of Science, Technology, and Engineering here at Neglia National High School. And I am thrilled to share with you some of my exciting classroom activities that have ignited passion for my students to adopt sustainability and to have this waste management. And I always encourage my students to use resources available at home or resources available at school that they think have potential, just like the tagline of IVL. They have all the ways around us have potential. So I always encourage them to use different materials that are available at school, especially the waste. And I really didn't expect that I will be awarded as the first winner. And I really didn't imagine that all my efforts in classroom will be rewarded by SEAMEO SEPS. That's why I thank you for that and I appreciate that. So let me start my discussion or my sharing with this question. So, are there trashes in your school? If yes, where do it goes? To the bins or into fantastic classroom projects? So most of us, we encounter like a bustling garbages, like disheartening scenes. We see all the waste just scattered around their campus or around their school. And here at Neglia National High School, we've seen like this piles of cartons or this piles of old magazines, like an empty cardboard boxes. We also have bottled, just thrown on the trash bins without being segregated. So it's very disheartening to witness all of this, the situation itself. So it's like delimiting the potential. It's the other way around. I mean, it's the opposite of IVL tagline, which is empowering potential. The situation here at Neglia National High School, I'm not sure if other school have this situation also or have this problem also, that we delimits the potential of those waste. So the waste comes in to promote recycling and sustainability through innovative projects. If I would tackle like the strategies of our school about sustainability and waste management, our school have lots. But then let me just focus on my classroom strategies and classroom ways to promote recycling and sustainability among my students. So let's start with the first one, the buzzer wire game. So since I am teaching electronics and science, I encourage my students to come up with a game that would show creativity, innovation, and at the same time, being resourceful, that they are allowed to use any recyclable materials, just like what you can see on the screen. So we have here the different wires, used wires, and then the old cartons or old magazines being piled up and being formed and being molded as a tree, and cottons and there. And aside from that is I also let them do a two-way switches. All of the projects that I will be sharing here are actually the projects that I asked my students to come up with. And then we also have here the two-way switches. This project is, again, a science and an electronic project. So I asked them to come up with an idea of a two-way switch, but the mere focus of this project is they need to recycle. They need to use materials available at home. Just like what you can see here on the screen, we have here the old magazines being used to come up with a mock-up of a library or a model of a library. And we also have here a Christmas village. They used like the old Christmas lights being hung up. And then they also have here different pictures, and even the fibers of the pillows. They use that as an alternative for a snow-like, environment. Aside from that, I also encourage my students to come up with a more modified industrial robot. I actually have it here. I prepare their output here. So as you can see, it cannot be like I hope you can see the robot here. I have it here. And then this one is actually a bottle which they transform as a vacuum. And this vacuum, of course, it absorbed dust inside our classroom when they demonstrated it with the use of this Arduino robot. And then they presented it in class, and that's it. From an innovative project, they also come up with a modified industrial function of this robot. So they come up with like a vacuum. And you will see later on the video that I've sent in SEAMEO, I also included there a filament maker. The filament maker is a project of my students wherein I encourage them to use recyclable materials, used motors, to come up with a machine or like anything that would help mitigate the waste in the school. So they come up with a filament maker wherein it transformed the old plastic bottles into a strip of inks that will be used in a 3D printer to print 3D materials. So those will be shown later on the video. And then aside from that, I also encourage my students to to participate in the Zero Waste Challenge. For the Zero Waste Challenge, this is also an adaptation of the school project where they encourage the students to use a reusable reusable tumbler, so that we will avoid using bottles, plastic bottles. So we are encouraging them to use a tumbler. And as you can see, I have also here a strategy wherein I am letting them use a calendar waste challenge. In this calendar waste challenge, we have different challenges here that, like, for example, it's January 2027. The students need to wash the dishes at home, or January 13, they need to repair something inside the school or inside their home. So it's a challenge for them to be sustainable and at the same time to avoid waste. And we also have here, this is actually a school project. Our department's project, science department, which we adopt the project of the municipality. And then we also adopt it here in our own classrooms, not just me, but also the other teachers. We encourage the students to pick up trashes. They will cut it in piles, and then they will just put it inside a plastic bottle. And those plastic bottles will be submitted to our department, which will be submitted again to the municipality. And then the municipality will provide like rice in exchange to those waste. That is the Palit Basura project. And then we also have, of course, in order to educate the students, I just recently, after winning the program, I've been utilizing the Waste Hero education program to educate my students. So I am very happy, glad that I've come to encounter these types of strategies, these types of websites, which really helped me to educate my students about waste management. And of course, to end this presentation, before I show the video, is the tagline of IVL, or the Indorama Ventures, Empowering Potentials. I am very honored to be one of the awardees of the SEAMEO, because I've learned that all the things we see, all the things we experience have really potentials. That's why we need to empower them. Now, let me share my um video entry. Let me just check.
Hello everyone, I am Divina Garcia, Science Teacher 3 here in the Philippines, and I am thrilled to share with you some of my exciting classroom activities that have not just raised awareness about waste management, but also ignited the passion for sustainability among my students. And I am proud to say that these initiatives are the first of their kind in our school. In the midst of the bustling classroom, a disheartening scene unfolds daily as the potential for creativity and resourcefulness goes unnoticed. Cool things like magazines, boxes, and assorted containers get thrown away instead of being used for fun projects. We're missing out on making awesome stuff from what we have. Let's remember to be creative with our stuff. Let's begin with the creation of two-way switches using old magazines, boxes, and wires. Students learned about electrical circuits, and they understood that waste materials can be transformed into functional and eco-friendly solutions. But we didn't stop there. We ventured into the world of robotics, building robots that could transform old plastic bottles into 3D printer ink strips. It was a groundbreaking project that showcased our commitment to innovation and sustainability.
Turning junk into a vacuum robot for art? That's like, wow, we're helping the planet and having a blast at the same time. That's so cool.
Imagine a robot that turns all plastic bottles into 3D printer ink strips. It is like a recycling superhero. We not only had a blast building it, but we are also saving the planet one plastic bottle at a time.
Lastly, the Zero Waste Lunch Challenge. I encourage students to adopt sustainable practices in their daily lives as they embrace reusable containers and reduce single-use plastics.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the presentation, and I hope you adopt some of my strategies. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ma'am Garcia, for that insightful presentation. I can see clearly that your expertise and passion in the project not only bring the students to be aware of waste management, but also have motivated the students to be innovative, creative, and you also integrated technology into it. What an inspiration to other teachers, I think. Thank you. Next up, we have Miss Daisy C. Sadian. She is a social study subject teacher at the Mariano Marcos University Laboratory High School in Batak, Philippines. She'll be sharing her experiences and insight as a waste hero. Her project is named A Simple Start with a Great Environmental Impact. Without further ado, may I hand over the session to you, Ms. Adian, please?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Good day, everyone. Let me share my PowerPoint first. Okay, so I am Daisy Sajan from Mariano Marquez State University Laboratory High School, Batak. This is an education institution located at the city of Batak, Philippines. And today I will share with you the innovative classroom activity and teaching pedagogy management, which I was able to successfully conduct with my grade 10 class. And this was also my entry in the 2023 Southeast Asian Waste Hero Awards entitled A Simple Start with a Great Environmental Impact. So for a more systematic presentation, I have divided the learning session into three fundamental phases. First is on the discussion of the environmental issues and the challenges on solid waste management. And at the same time, is the second is the conduct of the innovative activity, and last is the presentation and reflection done by the students. So as part of the social studies curriculum for the 10th grade, I discussed the various environmental issues that countries are facing right now. And among the most pressing issues include improper solid waste management and pollution. So I also tackled the importance of waste management and its impact on the environment and why it's crucial for sustainability. This is also a relevant topic for our students as they acknowledge that there is a need to improve the solid waste management in our institution. Before I proceed, may I confirm, is the PowerPoint working on your end?
Yes, it's working well.
Okay, thank you. So here is the documentation of our discussion. And I also discussed the negative environmental impacts which could result from the inconsiderate actions of individuals as they engage in improper waste disposal and the societal issues and economic implications it can create. So we all know that improper waste disposal could destroy our environment and the creatures living in that area. Furthermore, it can hamper sustainability and productivity due to the destruction of resources. So after the discussion, I also facilitated an activity which tested the knowledge of students as regards the classification of the different types of waste and helped them in identifying the recyclable material. This activity served as a scaffold towards the next activity and contributed to the success of the innovative projects of the students. We also tackle waste management techniques. First, I explained to them the concept of 3 Rs: reduce, reuse, and recycle, and their significance in waste management. I also discussed the benefits of composting organic waste and its role in reducing landfill burden, and presented methods of converting waste into energy and useful materials or innovations such as incineration or anaerobic digestion, which can help solve the problem on improper solid waste management. So after the students identified improper solid waste management and pollution as a core problems in our environment, they were given an opportunity to create innovative approaches in order to solve these issues. This is the start actually of the implementation of the activity, which involves the planning stage of the group of students. They shared their ideas with each other and thought of the creative ways in crafting their projects. And after the planning stage, they had the crafting stage wherein the planned ideas are put into action. So the students worked collaboratively to create their innovative projects out of the recyclable materials that they gathered from the trash in our school and in their homes and community. So the innovative projects created by the students include the following. The first one is a paper out also of the scratch papers of the students. The second project is an organizer made out of old boxes. The third one is a centerpiece for a table out of plastic bottles. And the last project includes a table made of old metals and tar, decorated with bottles and old piece of wood. So the last part of our activity was then the opportunity of students who were given the chance to present their outputs in class and share their experiences and realizations as they work on their innovative projects. So they share the common sentiment of being happy or glad because even though they are only students, they can still contribute to sustainable development and make a difference towards the preservation and protection of our environment. So truly signifying that we can all do great things for our environment from our own simple actions. Thus, I would like to encourage everyone to take part in responsible waste management practices and let us all be heroes for our environment. And I would also like to share with you the video that I submitted in the 2023 Southeast Asian Waste Hero Awards.
I'm sorry, we cannot hear the audio, Miss Daisy. Okay, that's fine.
It's commonly inevitable for us to see waste everywhere. From scattered papers, unbothered plastic bottles, and collection of trash. In school, you might not notice it at first, but solid waste just gathers in large amount of quantities. However, we never know that these remnants of waste are worth waiting for something else valuable in the future. As time goes by, we must realize that what we threw today could be the resources we need tomorrow. Our teachers are the prime motive in teaching students how to deal with their waste properly. One way through this is by incorporating waste reduction lessons and discussing it in schools.
What subject do you teach and how is waste management integrated?
I teach social studies subjects and I integrate solid waste management in my subject for my grade 10 class, which is contemporary issue or contemporary issues. Wherein we tackle environmental issues, including of which is on pollution. So with that, I thought of an activity wherein they could engage into helping solve the problem when it comes to solid waste management in our campus.
Teachers and students pushed a variety of efforts to recover and reuse more of our discards.
Tayo ng isang gawain na may titulong itapon sa tamang basurahan, huwag kung saan-saan. Ngayon naman ay magkakaroon tayo ng isang gawain na may pamagat na innovative project for the environment. Bilang isang pangkat, mag-isip kayo ng isang paraan ng pagre-recycle upang makatulong na bigyang solusyon ang suliraning ng isyung pangkapaligiran.
This
project activity not only provided students hands-on experience of creating something new out of waste, but also a great way to research plan for addressing different environmental issues.
Ito ay ang basura na palaging ginagamit o mahirap ito i-dispose. Ang malawak na paggamit ng papel sa ating paaralan ay nagiging isang malaking faktor sa andagok sa ating kalikasan.
Now, waste reduction is practical through the efforts of our school educators who offer innovative teaching methods that help students be aware and engage in waste reduction, segregation, and recycling. Remember, our educators ensure their students are charged with responsibility as we reclaim resources and improve our environment at the end of the day.
Okay, that would be all for me, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Sadian. This second speaker brought us closer to the application of the 21st century skills in waste management. The students were allowed to create their own meaningful projects from the waste they have. And they also got the opportunity to communicate their projects through a presentation, while the teachers continue backing them up during the whole project. It's really inspiring. So the last speaker in this session would be Ms. Nguyen Hai Ni from Nguyen Thi Minh Khai High School in Vietnam. Unfortunately, she cannot join us online today, but we appreciated that she sent a pre-recorded video for all of us. So get ready to be inspired by her innovative approaches to waste management in the classroom. Her presentation would be from storytelling to waste management. Operator, please play the video of Ms. Nguyen.
Hi, I'm Nguyễn Hải Nhi and I'm an English teacher in Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai High School in Vietnam. I have come to realize that not many students are fully aware of the detrimental effects of plastic pollution. Many of them believe that these little plastic bottles won't cause much harm. However, that is far from the truth. In fact, plastic pollution leads to the extinction of thousands of species around the world, and it also contaminates the soil, the water, and the air. Therefore, there's an urgent need to raise students' awareness of plastic pollution and plastic waste management. That is the reason why I decided to hold a storytelling activity with the main topic of where the plastic products go in my English class in grade 10 with a class size of 48 students. There will be 3 main stages in my lesson. First of all, the preparation stage. In order for students to be able to express their ideas through speaking or writing, they first have to be equipped with essential vocabulary and relevant ideas. Therefore, in the preparation stage, I will provide students with some new words relating to plastic products in a reading passage about plastic waste. The students are going to read about how plastic waste is normally dealt with and its negative impacts, and note down key points in groups. Each group will be assigned with different parts of the reading so that there will be an information gap among the groups. This would help each group to have their own story and encourages them to learn from their friends. After reading, students will gain some knowledge about plastic waste management and have ideas for the next task. Then we will move on to the second stage, production stage. Each group will now be given a blank handmade storybook. They will have to come up with their own story with illustrations about the journey of a plastic bottle in the ocean, in the woods, in the recycling center, or in the landfill. Finally, in the last stage, each group will come in front of the class and read their story. After class, students will put their storybook in the school library so that other students can also read these short yet informative stories. After the lesson, not only the students who write the story, but also the student who read the story will know how harmful plastic waste are, and then I strongly believe that they will start to take action to protect the environment and reduce the use of plastic products.
Okay, it was really impressive to see the implementation of the waste management also applies to an English class through storytelling. It also encourages cooperation among the students as they were formed in groups. The students have opportunity to create illustration and drawing their ideas into visuals. And now we have come to the question and answer session. I have one question for the two speakers, Ma'am Garcia and Ma'am Sadian. So the questions here, what are the positive changes or impact of your students after the success of the Waste Hero activities in the classroom? Please, you may answer Ma'am Garcia first.
Okay, so let me just read it again. The positive changes or impact of your students after the success of the Waste Hero activity in the classroom. Okay, so obviously after the Waste Hero activities in the classroom, the students' awareness about waste management and sustainability increased, and they are more accountable about their actions towards those waste, and yeah, they become more responsible about their waste. Thank you.
Thank you. And for the next speaker, Ms. Sadian, please.
Some of the positive changes or impact of my students after the success of the Waste Hero activities in the classroom are having the initiative and they became more responsible. They gain more knowledge about solid waste management and sustainable development, and they became more involved in various activities which foster proper solid waste management in our institution.
Okay, thank you for the answers from our two speakers. So the committee, do we have another question or? Okay, I think we have the privilege of hearing from the three dynamic speakers on this session. Yeah, so we have come to end of this session. Thank you very much to all for joining us today. The knowledge shared by our speakers has been very enlightening, and now I shall deliver the session to the MC, Kevin, please.
Thank you very much, Ms. Aline, and all speakers for a very fruitful and insightful session. So I think we are now moving forward to the third session, which is the best practice by student. For the next session, we will have our one of our team, SEAMEO SEPS, Ms. Abigail Lazenta. She will be a moderator for this session. Abigail, over to you.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to session 3, Waste Hero Best Practices by Students. My name is Abigail and I will moderate this session. This is exciting because we will feature 3 sets of students and their best practices in waste management in their schools. One is from the Philippines, one is from Indonesia, and one is from Malaysia. They are winners of the Southeast Asian Waste Hero Awards 2023 student category, grades 9, 10, and 11. Each team has 8 minutes to present. We have to be very, very strict with the time. After all the presentations, and if we still have time, our student presenters will answer questions from our global audience. Previous session moderators have already explained how you can send in your questions, but quick recap, please access the QR code or the link provided in the description box on our YouTube live broadcast. That's where you can post questions. All right then, I'll not take so much of the time, but I'd like to present to you now the first prize winner. Southeast Asian Waste Hero Awards 2023 student category, grades 9, 10, and 11. Grade 11 students of San Quintin National High School, Pangasinan, Philippines, with 6 members. John Asil Mayabuen, Adrian Anthony Osio, Kane Aboy, Micaela Macazo, Angel Nocido, and Daria May Hidalgo as the team leader. They call themselves the Team Garvesters. Hey, Team Garvesters, take it away. The time is yours.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Delighted to have you join us for today's insightful session. But before everything else, let us first greet all the respected educators, teachers, students, our co-presenters, and the general public watching us. It is also a pleasure to greet everyone involved in the organization, the SEAMEO SEPS and the Indorama Ventures, especially to the different moderators, to Ms. Piyapa Suangabati and to Ms. Daria Amatavibat, presented by Ms. Elizabeth Saul. We are the Team Garvesters with our Project Harvest, harvesting garbage from the Philippines. The Philippines generates up to 61,000 million metric tons of waste daily, in which 24% is plastic waste. To give a solution to this problem, several laws have been implemented, and the Solid Waste Management, or the SWM, is gaining importance, especially in school. However, the SWM was not enough to properly address the environmental problems and waste issues at school, especially on hours based on our observation. And in addition, the socio-economic status of Filipino families is still not sufficient to effectively support the education of their children.
Hence, we came up with our project, which we called as the Project Garbage, which is coined from the terms harvest and garbage. So this project is both simple and effective, as it shows the best practices students can easily follow to effectively reach zero waste on their schools. It also tackled both issues on waste and presented practical solutions. So moreover, this project at San Quintin National High School has three main goals. So first is to encourage students to take responsibility by practicing proper waste segregation. Second is to motivate students to actively engage in the school's waste management plan. Third, to make sure that students segregate or sort their waste into recyclables, non-recyclables, and organic categories for effective waste management. Moving on, this is the video that we've submitted containing the latest project updates.
How do you think can we encourage students to actively participate in waste collection and responsible waste management?
Welcome to our Project Garbage, our garbage sari-sari store.
Hi! We are students who advocate for proper waste management. Now come on as we walk you through with our Project Garbage.
We started it out by planning, proposing and consulting, and then modifying our plan to come up with our project.
We pioneered the collection of waste, which was then sold to a garbage collector because we needed budget to start our project.
With the help of some volunteer students and our advisor, we collaboratively built our chaos, which is mostly made up of bamboos. We then coated the wood with varnish for long-lasting usage of the chaos. We also used a school tent that served as our shed for rainy season here in the Philippines.
After building the chaos, we started to hang the tarpaulin and the decorations. We then bought all the food and school supplies and the other necessities for the chaos.
Hi! Welcome to Garbage Sari Sari Store. So we have 3 different trash bags in front where the students can put their already segregated wastes. And of course, we have our supplies. Oh, perfect timing!
Ay, pwede po ba namin itong exchange?
Opo, sige paki-assist na lang sila. During the students' first visit at our kiosk, we will hand them a card that looks like this. This card will help them keep track with the record of exchange.
So since naka 2 kilogram kayo, you can get anything na worth 20 pesos, either supply or the food.
Yung highlighter po.
Yung king open. Thank you!
Ano pong masasabi niyo sa pinatay naming chaos?
Sobrang thankful po namin kasi madidispose ng mga students yung basura nila.
Ano pong masasuggest niyo para ma-reach po natin yung zero waste?
Gumamit tayo ng mga reusable bottle tulad ng tumbler para maiwasan ang paggamit ng mga plastic bottles.
From trash to treasure is a simple transaction.
Waste segregation
For a sustainable foundation.
Fast forward to the present, the Garvesters still couldn't believe winning the Southeast Asian Waste Hero Awards for the student category. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to all those involved in this remarkable contest. Because of you, we get the opportunity to showcase our ideas and creativity for the sake of our environment.
Winning the award also led to recognition from our supportive mayor, who granted us with plaques and cash incentives as a symbol of her pride in our accomplishments.
We also received a token from SEAMEO SEPS, which is a Thai silk picture frame with the certificate of recognition that was awarded to us after the flag ceremony in our school. We also took this opportunity to announce that the newly renovated and improved kiosk for the Garvesters store is now open and operating for exchanging their garbage.
We use the monetary prize given to us by SEAMEO SEPS to expand and refurbish the project we made. From the bottom of our hearts, maraming salamat po.
So our project elevated the significance of sustainability, involving students in waste collection and responsible management. It imparted knowledge about sustainable practices, enhanced the school's environmental impact, and served as a positive model for the community. Moreover, it cultivated a sense of environmental responsibility among not only the project leaders, but also the entire school community, including teachers and students.
Before, as we all can see, the trash are not properly segregated because the students don't know how to segregate their waste. But we, the Team Garvesters, stepped in to sort things out. We properly segregated the trash. Additionally, this is done not just around the school, but also in every trash cans in the classrooms. We also took a chance to announce about our project to them and the proper or the importance of paying attention to the proper segregation. And gladly, they came to our kiosk to exchange their bottles with goods.
Fortunately, when this project was implemented, students became more conscious of the waste or trash they saw. The waste and trash can is also segregated, and that is one of the main goal of this project. Additionally, the percentage of waste in the compost pit produced each day decreased because the waste that was supposed to be thrown in the compost pit was already in our kiosk, and we use it to earn income. This project also provides solution for students who experience financial problem, poverty, and starvation.
The team proposes a collaboration with those local recycling facilities for effective waste recycling, promoting sustainability, and encouraging creating job opportunities within the community. Our waste management plan, combined with education, incentives, and partnerships, will significantly enhance the waste management practices and will surely reduce the environmental impact. That's why we challenge the students to implement simple projects like our project Garbage that engages their peers in practicing proper waste segregation and managing their waste sustainably. The goal should raise awareness among students about the easily attainable environmental strategies that will contribute to our collective effort and will also empower the youth to make a positive impact on achieving zero waste. That concludes our presentation involving Waste Hero best practices by us, from us, Team Garvesters. We thank everyone for listening. Mabuhay and maraming salamat po.
Congratulations, Garvesters. Thank you, Dario May and Team Garvesters. This group of students truly demonstrated the very essence of circular economy. Use, reuse, waste, and make money out of it. Congratulations for the commendable example, Team Garvesters. Please stand by in case we have time for more questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next featured waste management best practice is from grade 11 students of S. Manigiri 1 Situbundo in East Java, Indonesia. They are the second prize winner. Again, the competition is Southeast Asian Waste Hero Awards, student category grades 9, 10, and 11. 6 members: Ardia Nisa, Lazuardo Brilliant, Jessica Nuri, Arlanga Arya, Sheva Kaya, and the team leader is Andra Muhammad Akbar. They call themselves the Team Art and Trash. Okay, Team Art and Trash, please show us what you've got. You have 8 minutes.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are all having a very nice day. First of all, let me introduce ourselves. My name is Andra, and we are from SMA Negeri Situbondo of Indonesia.
And I'm Radia from SMA Negeri 1 Situbondo. And I'm Jessica Rojatika from SMA Negeri 1 Situbondo.
And we are from the Art and Trash team. We are here to represent what exactly is our system and what we have done in order to be a part of this Waste Hero Award. And yeah, let me just get straight into the video. Wait. Share.
Thank you.
Guys, put on the sound.
Days turn to weeks. Those weeks into months, and those months into years. And it's got a regular day. Every single day we see trash. And according to the type of trash, we can just leave out. So we and see literally this time. So everyone that is up see the water to collect. It's like they're not in waste. Once we stick back and we turn those stick waste into aesthetic art. So the process of trying to waste, get our waste from the trash and SMA Negeri 1 Situbondo. Our search for waste in the surrounding environment. Step there, we can sterilize the waste. After the sterilization process, the waste is sorted according to its type. That will be by the content, the process is controlled. But the size is finished, cut the submitted to small items. After the piece is dry, we place the artwork into the frame so that we could sell it. We also make our artwork very impressive so that you can order it from them. The plastic pieces that we use them stay and also byproducts of production are optimistic. We use them in order to bricks and environments to sustainable alternative to building materials. We first measure it and how to percent. Then we pieces of how it's like big miles. We insert the plastic into the ball until it's full, making sure it's as compressed and tight as possible. And after this, so, what are you waiting for? Come join us of our generation and join us in Gina. Okay, that was. Let's move on to the presentation. Next part of the presentation. As you see from the video, we're actually a part of a bigger called GINA, which is a short for Generation with No Waste. It is a school program that is implemented at our school that is a part of a program that kind of students on how to manage waste or manage trash that exists in our school, and also in places that are beyond our school, like our environment, like our homes, or maybe the surrounding environment of schools, like the roads, or maybe trash bins around it and other houses. This program is integrated in the school activities, including our curricular, intracurricular, extracurricular, and also community-based activities, as what I said before. Our program is initiated by our school principal, Mrs. Marta Mila Sugesti, in response to the waste management issues that exist within not only just our city, our state, just our whole country and the world in general. It's a problem that exists and is really an issue that is going to be really threatful for the continuation and I guess just how life exists on Earth, like human life and environmental life too. It's also a chance for students to kind of sorry. It's also is a chance for students to enhance their entrepreneurial skills, and because we're trying to make products, we're trying to teach students on how they could try get benefits from trash or waste into products. Like our team, for example, is art. Another team could be making statues, or maybe could making eco bricks or other type of products that you can make from waste. The next part is about the primary goal. Again, the program is meant to be a way to students to learn how to manage waste and to making it into some valuable items that has economic value, which could foster entrepreneurship among students and initialize a kind of a sense of responsibility towards how we could manage waste in our surroundings. So in implementing the GNOW program, our team recycles waste, which is again a massive global issue, into products that also prioritize aesthetics and appeal to the community, which can help contribute to reducing waste in our environment, which can be also an effort to have a small step towards minimizing global waste population in the world. As you can see from the video, the first part of the waste the GNOW program is to sort it and also collect waste from not only our school bag, as you can see in the image. We can also collect it from trash bins. We can collect it from other people who want to like deposit their trash. We can also collect it from what we find like trash that's thrown around at other places. Continuing on is after we collect it all, we sterilize it and make sure there's no dirt, there's no pollutants that can harm or maybe just make the product overall like look more better. So yeah, we wash it and ensure that actually is suited for recycling, so also drying it under sunlight so that the waste is ready and like dry. After that, we sort it. So what our product has focused on food packaging, like like snacks or maybe chips. So a lot of those packages are actually colored, like they have very vibrant colors, and we use those colors. We sort them when we cut it out according to like how it looks, so that we can later. It's easier to be in the process of making an art. So after we sort it all, we sketch what we want to draw. So in the image, for example, we want to sketch a character called Charlie Chaplin. So we go on to a program like Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. We just outline the sketch and what sections we need, like the highlights, the midtones, the shadows. Make sure what sections are there, and also what we want to put on them, like what colors, or maybe like just in general what type of pieces of waste we want to cut out. Like we also take inspiration from a form of art called Witness pop art. That's actually the main inspiration, like what we want to make, like how we want to make it. It's inspired by that. Like it's not it's pop. It's art that you make it by just segmenting a certain character or a certain subject by certain colors, or maybe just how vibrant the image is. You sort that out by fragments like that, and you make an image. Continue on is the cutting and assembling. Again, after we sketch it out, we know what we want, with what pieces and what chunks we want, like what fragments. We cut the plastic and match it according to the sketch. After that, we stick it, like you can see in the image. We have sticked the fragmented pieces and formed it into the shape of the character. After that is we place it in a frame, so as to ensure it stays and doesn't really get harmed by anything. We place it in a frame, and so we could package it after that. And that's the result of some of our creations, and that is presented at our school's hall. And yeah, after that it's really, I guess, a wonderful opportunity, like a program that can truly actually have benefits to the world. we can encourage students and the community to actually care for their surrounding environment by collecting and managing waste. We can develop our students' entrepreneurial skills in utilizing waste to create valuable products. And we can also increase the income and economy of students in the community. We can make them learn on how to sell and how to just be entrepreneurs. And fourth one is building environmental awareness and waste management among students, teachers, and the community. And the fifth one is empowering teachers to teach waste management and circular economy to students throughout lesson plans and co-curricular programs in our school. Yeah, that is all for our program, and thank you very much for listening. I'm sorry if there were any, I guess, words that were wrong. Thank you very much.
Very well presented, art and trash team. The art result is very good, impressive. So thank you, Andrew Muhammad and team. Friends in the global audience, this team showed us that trash may be unwanted, but not until they are made into beautiful work of art. Thank you and congratulations for the job well done. We should remember G now, generation no waste, right?
Thanks. Yes, thank you.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Terima kasih. Thank you very much. Please stand by if we have Q&A in a bit. Okay?
Yes, sama-sama, Mrs. Thank you. Terima kasih juga.
Terima kasih. And now we are ready to feature the third prize winner, the Southeast Asian Waste Hero Awards 2023 student category grades 9, 10, and 11. This group is composed of 4 members. They are mixed grades 9 to 11 of SMJK Convent Datuk Kiramat, Penang, Malaysia. Shout out to you, ladies. I know you are now online. They are Yap Suk Yoon, Darni Nachiar AP Munyandi, Julin Ang Ai Chen, and the team leader is Ng Shu Wei. So if you are online, we will now present your pre-video, the recorded video you did earlier. And ladies and gentlemen, these ladies, they call themselves Team 4 Recycling Girls. Let's watch their presentation.
Hi everyone, my name is Xiaoyun, my name is Shu Wei, and my name is Danaja. My name is Jolie. We are from Penang, Malaysia, and we are studying at SMJK Convent Datuk. Keep partying!
Our planet holds a lot of trust. Since the Industrial Revolution, we humans have produced 30 trillion tons of stuff, from the skyscraper, bridges to clothes and plastic bags. Much of it is still with us in the form of waste. Globally, people add 350 million tons to this total every day. Reduce, recycle, and reuse are the 3 R's, which means people must increase their trash productions.
People nowadays was not paying attention to the environment and the awareness.
So, what should we do? Watch this video next.
First, we prepare some old newspapers and measure them in width 5.2 cm, length 14.3 cm, and cut them. Fold it according to the video and staple them together. We can use this bag for put some things or small book instead of using bag. Nowadays, bag cost a lot, so we can use recycling bag to save our money.
Hi, I'm Seok Yun from SMJK Convent Dato Kramat, Malaysia.
Hi, dear South Asian Waste Hero team. My name is Shu Wei from SMJK Convent Dato Kramat, Penang, Malaysia.
Hi, South Asian Waste Hero team. I'm Janina from SMJK Dato Kramat.
Hello guys, my name is Jory and Chen.
I'm honored to receive this Southern Asian Waste Hero Award. When I know it was us who win the award, I can't believe it. I'm really happy and I'm so excited. During the filming, it's also fun and interesting to think about the content with my teammates. We also solve various problems together. Problems may be like making the recycled bag. We spend a long time to do a bag. What needs to improvement is that our production time is too long and the final time to display finished product is too short. We also need to improve our editing skills to make entire video look smoother. We can also think more about creative contents to make our videos more interesting and enjoyable for people. Besides that, in the video, the environmental protection method we give may not be enough. I think we should give more environmental protection knowledge and method, not just one. Last, in the first part of the video, we talk a little bit too fast. We should slow down the speed so that the audience can hear it better. That's all for my speech. Thank you!
I am a member of Team 4 Recycling Girls. We are very glad to receive these awards. Of course, there are some areas that need improvement in our videos. First, I think we are not too confident enough. We can confirm the plot and encourage each other with our partners. In addition, I also feel that our speech is not smooth enough. We can prepare our lines in advance and practice more. We also did not use professional equipment for filming. Next time, we can borrow school equipment to shoot better quality videos. Next, I think our tutorials are not detailed enough either. We can look for another related tutorials or explanation on the internet to get more details. Lastly, I think the explanation is not clear in the video. We can shoot from multiple angles to give the audience a clearer video of production step. That's all from me. Thank you. Bye!
We finished the video, right? Ladies, that is a very cute presentation. So cute, is so excited. What I like the most about your presentation is you reflected on what you did. I'm currently looking at you, at your screen. This is really very good. The way you try on what could have been better done, the improvements. That is very well done. Good job.
Hi, thank you. Thank you. We are so happy to this award.
Yeah, we will have a chance to
Thank
talk.
you.
Yeah, in a bit. Okay. Thank you, Shuwei, team leader and team. Again, as I've said, impressive how you worked this out. And there's a great teamwork. You could really see that. Great project. Thank you for sharing with us your stories and congratulations. Now we have very short time for question. So young people, I need each team to answer one question very briefly, only one representative, okay? So for the first prize winner. Can we give question number 2? Did you encounter any discouragements on your project? How did you overcome them? Don't answer yet. This is for Garvesters. Question 2. For art and trash, this is your question. What is your greatest motivation or inspiration in this project? And then recycling girls. This is your question. Why do you want to become a waste hero? Only one member will answer the question and it needs to be brief, precise, and smart. Shall we start with Garvesters, please?
Okay, so being a waste hero was not an easy job as we faced a lot of self-doubt and criticism on whether our project is true or just for show. But we are able to prove ourselves and others wrong because our project is now running for more than 5 months and we are able to generate approximately 700 kilograms of waste already. And we are able to sustain it by increasing our support system through the different organizations at our school. That's all. Thank you.
Great job. Great. Thank you. Art and trash. Please answer, what is your greatest motivation or inspiration in doing your project, your art project?
Okay, so I want to tell a story about my greatest motivation or inspiration. One time I was just walking, taking a walk one afternoon, and then I came across a river. And then in that river, there was a huge pile of trash, just random piece of trash that people throw in the river, and it just stacked up in one point. There was a lot of trash on it. There was plastic. There was other types of waste, like people throw anything there. So seeing that, it kind of moved me. It kind of motivated me to just, well, I don't want this happening. It doesn't smell good. It ruins the view, and I think we could just make something better with trash like this. We don't need to throw it away. We can just make a product or make something else other than just throwing it away. It seems just like such a waste to um, throw it something that could be so much more into a river or into your trash bin just to be used and thrown away. So that is primarily our motivation for this project, because we feel like there's just a huge problem and that we need to solve it. I mean, just even if it doesn't really impact it that much, we just want to do our part, like just try our best to help.
Well said, Andrew Muhammad. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very brilliant. Hey, ladies, recycling girls, why do you want to become a waste hero? Could one of you answer that question?
Okay. Why do I want to be a waste hero? It's because I want to make the world happy, the earth become clean and be healthy. My aim to support and promote an environmentally conscious practice
of safeguarding our planet health by conserving resolve the minimum pollution and fostering sustainable living for the all well-being of current and future generations.
Great. So it's all about sustainable living. It's all about you. It's all about your generation. Thank you, girls. Very well said. Yeah. I hope we have a lot of time for you. I'm sure you have so much more to say. But at this stage, I want everyone in the global audience, please join me in applauding our remarkable student speakers this afternoon. We are very proud of you. Girls and boys, if I may call you like that, young people, please keep the fire burning in your hearts. Remain waste heroes in your schools, in your homes, and your communities. Allow me, on behalf of SEAMEO SEP and our partners, to thank sincerely your schools, your school principals, your teachers, your advisors that you represented today. Appreciation also goes to your parents. I'm sure they supported you all the way. And thank you, global audience. I hope you enjoyed this session as much as I did. This demonstrated that these young people have an important role to play in our waste management campaign. We saw their ideas, creativity, and passion put to action. I'm sure their enthusiasm will continue to inspire us even beyond this webinar. And I am very pleased to end this session with that happy note. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your presentations. Good job.
Thank you.
May I turn over the virtual stage, the floor to our MC. Stay on, stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So much.
Thank you very much, Abigail, and our young
you.
West
Bye.
hero. Thank you very much. It was really lively and like knowledgeable for all of us in this webinar. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, for the next session, you will have a better understanding about circular economy and the free West Hero education resources that the schools and teachers can download from the website. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Brian Caraway. He is a Circular Economy Lead of Yunus Thailand Foundation. Over to you, Mr. Brian.
Okay, thank you so much, Kevin. And let me go ahead and share my screen. I've got a quick presentation that I'll try to breeze through quickly, but we'll touch on all the really important points here. So let me go ahead and, whoops, present this now. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone SEAMEO for inviting me to speak today, and for all the students in the schools who participated in the Waste Hero Awards program. I just want you to really understand how important what you've done and put together here truly is. I've been leading on the creation of Waste Hero education the last few years, and this is going to be a multi-year continuation of this project as well. But the foundation of the whole point, really, why we're making this program is to get young people such as yourselves in schools to really begin taking action around these points, around recycling, thinking about zero waste, and being introduced to the circular economy and where we can participate in that. So I just want to congratulate all of the winners and really thank all of the participants as well. Your videos are incredible, by the way. I don't think I could ever make a video as beautiful as you guys have put together. They're engaging, they're impactful, and I just want to really genuinely say how wonderful it is to see your presentations. So I'm not going to get into too much of the details of the presentation, but what I really want to convey here is a bit about what is the circular economy in its simplest form. Really, there's only three parts to the circular economy, or three pillars really you need to understand. And really, what is the purpose of the circular economy? Well, it's to achieve three things. One, eliminate pollution and waste entering in the environment. I think we can all agree that that is a pretty important pillar in action. Two is to keep resources in the system. So if I drink a plastic bottle, or I drink a Coke out of a plastic bottle, we want that plastic bottle not to go to a landfill, not to be incinerated, but we want it to enter back in the system through the circular economy so that the bottle can be made into another bottle, very simply put. So the resources that we use to make products, we deliver services, we want none of that to enter the environment. We want none of that to become waste. We want it to go back into the system, creating a circle, which is thus called the circular economy. So you can see on this slide where you see that middle line of the 5 steps, which is basically what's called the linear economy, where we extract materials from the earth, we make products, us as consumers use these every day, and then we throw them away. And that's kind of it. Well, this is a problematic design of production and consumption models. And so the circular economy attempts, and you can see the arrows where they're trying to basically build in opportunities of circularity within this linear process. So it's all these re's, the RE, recycle, remanufacturing, return, repurpose, reuse. These are all areas where we can start to begin to think, where we can build in circularity around like linear products or linear service delivery models. It can get really complicated, but at the end of the day, if you just think of those three principles of the circular economy, that's really its aim and what it's trying to achieve in its simplest form. And there is a global conversation right now happening. The United Nations is negotiating a global plastics treaty that will be enforceable globally. So there's all different stakeholders participating and having very dynamic conversations about how best to move forward globally in trying to achieve a more circular system around our production and consumption models. And the conversation gets very complicated and very confusing very quickly. So us as consumers sometimes, and us as young people and educators and students, we start to wonder, well, where can we start? Where can we begin? Well, of course, I think we can all agree it all starts with education. And this is really the ethos behind why we wanted to create Waste Hero Education. But first and foremost, this program was designed to get young people, just as yourselves, who have demonstrated this beautifully today in your videos and through this whole Waste Hero Awards project, that we just want to get young people taking action. So all of these lessons are designed just for that. We have classroom lectures, and then we have activity-based activities that are tied to each lesson plan as well. So I won't get into the origin story of how this was all created, but us at UNIS Thailand Foundation, we worked with a team of education professionals and education experts to validate our process, and the development of these lessons were going to be fit for purpose in the lens of education professionals. So as much as we'd like to say that we're education experts here, which we are to a degree, we've really leaned on the professionals who are in the classrooms globally across 6 continents to help advise and guide this development process. And our audience is really you students in schools from university levels, and even with some of your interesting projects that you're working on now, could eventually become small businesses and grow those businesses to larger businesses, actually engaging within your communities and building a circular economy. So if you see that point, the target group number 2, youth activists, that's what I see you all as when I look at your videos. You guys are leaders within your schools, leaders within your communities to champion these ideas. So I'd call you youth activists. So I see you more as the Greta Thunbergs, taking these big platforms that you received to really convey this message to your communities and other students as well. So real quickly, so we've created Waste Hero Education. We've got a variety of different resources. These are just some pictures of some examples of lower level lessons, but I think the lessons that make the most sense for this group, since we're kind of secondary and up audience here today, are level 5, level 6 we have more, they're more workshop oriented, where we introduce the linear and circular economy. We have an exercise where you do a redesign thinking around a life cycle mapping of a product or a business model. We introduce like design thinking about how to really get you thinking about how to really take your ideas, organize them in a constructive way to be able to test and prototype your ideas in a controlled environment to see if this is a good endeavor to pursue. So even with your existing projects, some of these tools I think would be very useful to help validate what you're doing and maybe come up with ideas to expand your project even broader. This is an example of a circular business model canvas. So a business model canvas is basically like a quick snapshot of a business plan in a very simplified format where you identify your customers, what kind of activities you're going to do in your business, what are your costs, what are your revenues, but also we've created an innovative business plan that is designed to be circular. So you see the 3 red outlined components are specifically targeted around your circular value proposition. What is your innovation that's creating circularity? And the bottom right one is the end of life. So when we're designing products and we're designing models, how to eliminate that waste, we always have to think, what is the end of life solution? So if I sell this bottle to a customer, I have to know the intention of what the end of life is for that product. So it really gets people thinking about these circular components of a business model as well. So through that development process, we definitely tested these resources in a variety of different schools and school settings. This was a school in Mexico that we were working with students. I think they were in 4th grade to come up with their Waste Hero superhero concept. But it wasn't just about making a superhero. we really wanted to get students thinking about what is the messaging your superhero is trying to convey around circularity, waste, and creating zero waste within their schools. Students made big posters, which are basically call to actions for other students and teachers in their schools to maybe recycle a bit better, or different messages conveyed around these topics. And so we really wanted to get students who are participating in Waste Hero to then be leaders within their schools and communities around these topics as well, just as you guys have demonstrated you're doing just that within your schools and communities in a very impressive way. But the big question is, where do I get all these free resources? So this is our website, wasteheroeducation.com, and we have a lesson library broken down into 6 different levels. So like level 1 is like kindergarten to grade 2. We've got a beginner section, an intermediate, and advanced lesson. You don't have to do them in order. You can pick one and do that as well. We have them in different languages, but it's just, designed to kind of build on a knowledge base, an ascending knowledge base of information around these topics. And I would encourage you all to scan the QR code or visit wasteheroeducation.com. There's no personal information or anything you have to enter on the website. You can just very easily go to the website now and begin downloading all of the lessons for free. But what I did also want to mention, unfortunately, I know we didn't have time for Q&A in this section, and I did see some of the questions that were presented. I encourage you to reach out to me at brian@unis-thailand.org so I can better answer those questions. And frankly, this is also maybe a call to you all, students and teachers and schools who have put a lot of thought and consideration to Waste Hero in this project, to reach out, because we really want to hear from you. We really want to build Waste Hero schools, Waste Hero content beyond what we've already created. And so I think, if we're really going to do that in the coming years and to really build out this Waste Hero within schools more directly, we really need to hear from students and teachers. What do you want? Where do you see Waste Hero fitting into your school more long-term and sustainably, instead of just doing one-off projects? Because I know this was mentioned before, but the projects that the students have done and the work that you've put in is tremendous. So we really want to see you not stop and you keep going with those projects. And even when you graduate and go to a different school, maybe there's another set of students who can come in and carry on your project, or maybe this expands out into the community and beyond. So let's really try to capitalize on all the really hard and impressive work that all of you have done. And so, I would love to support in every way that we can as an organization for you as well. So again, please reach out to me at brian@unis-thailand.org, and I look forward to hearing from you. And thank you so much again for your efforts, and it's impressive all around. So cheers to all of your efforts and becoming true waste heroes in your communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian, for your great information, and thank you for great resources that we can contribute to our society to protect the environment. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are reaching to the end of the webinar, and please allow me to invite Mr. Colum Jordan. He's a global head of advocacy and education from Indorama Ventures for the closing message. Over to you, Mr. Jordan.
Hello, my name is Colum Jordan, and I work with Indorama Ventures, and we are so proud to support SEAMEO SEPS and indeed you in the work that you're doing to try and create a more sustainable and circular future world. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you're doing. Our most precious resource is nothing to do with mining or business or commercial realities. Our most precious resource is the next generation. And we entrust those children, the leaders of the future, into your hands. And I'm extremely proud of the work that you do and our work together, but also grateful for developing that resource and ensuring a bright future for all of us. I want to thank the participants from the Southeast Asian countries and beyond on YouTube Live, and all the speakers who are the winners of the Southeast Asia Waste Hero Awards. I'm so pleased that schools have benefited from Waste Hero education resources. I saw the winner teachers and I know that they have adopted the knowledge that they got through our Waste Hero Master Teacher Training in 2023 and the programs and activities that they've been able to turn that into in the schools. On behalf of Indorama Ventures, I sincerely congratulate all the winners of Southeast Asia Waste Hero Awards and thank you for your contributions and for sharing best practice and innovative ideas in waste management at your school and in the classroom. The best practice and ideas you share today are going to be useful for all the participants here and a much wider audience. Indorama Ventures is a leading company and we produce and recycle a special type of plastic called PET. It's used for soft drinks and water bottles and it's made to be remade. As a leading material producer and recycler, we have a global responsibility. That's why we're building the infrastructure the world needs to close the loop and deliver a circular economy for the water and soft drink bottles that you see every day. Over the past decades, we've grown our business, and at the moment, we've just reached a mega milestone where we've managed to recycle 100 billion bottles. So why is recycling education so important? Across the world, people are worried about the mismanagement of waste and its impact on our environment. That's why we're supporting teachers with lesson plans to create zero waste, letting kids know about recycling fundamentals and building the circular economy. By empowering that next generation, that precious resource I spoke about, with the knowledge to reduce, separate and dispose of waste properly, they will know how to end waste. Waste Hero is not only a recycling education program, but it's a way to highlight the solutions that our world is facing. We're very proud to partner with SEAMEO SEPS on the Southeast Asian Waste Hero Awards, reinforcing our commitment to promoting responsible waste management and raising awareness about environmental issues in Southeast Asia. The collaboration is driving our mission to educate 1 million people on recycling, zero waste, and building the circular economy. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your incredible work. Go home with your heads held high because of what you have done and the awards that you have been bestowed with. We wish to see you continuing to inspire students and teachers alike. Best of luck with the rest of today. Please enjoy yourselves as well as all that hard work, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jordan, for your inspiring closing message. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the last webinar of this co-campaign. Before we end up with our session, I would like to announce a little bit about the post-webinar feedback form. Everyone, we would like to request your cooperation to complete our feedback form for our further improvement and obtain the certificate of this webinar. And there is a form for certificate of the validation after you complete the feedback form. Please make sure that you are following our step. And we might request you to complete the form before 28 January 2024, before midnight time, Bangkok time. And please ensure that your spelling of your full name and your given email address are spelled correctly. And we will send you the certificate through your email address. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of SEAMEO SEPS, I would like to express our heartfelt appreciation, especially to Indorama Ventures for co-organizing this Waste Hero program and other partners, including UNESCO Regional Office in Bangkok, UNUS Thailand Foundation, Southeast Asian One Health University Network, or SEAOHUN, Southeast Asian Minister of Education Organization Secretariat, or SEAMES, SEAMEO Simolek in Indonesia, SEAMEO Rexam in Malaysia, SEAMEO TED Cambodia, SEAMEO Retract in Vietnam for your support of this campaign. Also, thank you for the wonderful presentation by our winners of the Waste Hero Awards 2023. Let me once again also express our appreciation to over 1,000 global audiences in YouTube for your active participation since the beginning of the session. I may have to say goodbye for now, and I hope to see you in the next activities of SEAMEO SEPS. Bye for now and see you in the future. สวัสดีครับ